Yes, yes, please. All right, everybody. In the lower right-hand corner, playing the Green Terran. What is Ender doing? Okay, it is Ender, LQ Ender, going for a really early. Looks like it's going to be a proxy, and now it looks like he is um, reconsidering some of that. And in the upper left-hand corner, we have in the blue, as the blue Protoss, we have we've got ThirstyHawk in my, and now I'm hearing my feedback. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, Ender off to a weird start here. Looks like he's going for a definite proxy. Doesn't look like it's really going to make much of a difference. He just had a couple more SCVs that were just a little off kilter. Um, and I would say that that Ender has a, the I would have betted that, or I would have bet that Ender would definitely win this. But after playing ThirstyHawk on my last game, he's definitely gotten a lot better than when I last played him. It was pretty tight. He destroyed me as when I was the Zerg, but lost to both of my Terrans, which I do main Terran. Anyways, looks like we just have a two Rex uh, proxy here. I don't know if he's going to put reactors on them. Definitely not reactors because he doesn't have any gas. So, and it looks like that he canceled. Maybe maybe Thirsty's going to figure this out because he put a barracks up to make it seem like he wasn't doing anything weird, and then he canceled it, and now Thirsty sees it. But Thirsty might be a little excited since he got a kill on that SCV to not realize what's about to hit him because he is expanding right now. He needs to be doing something aggressive because right now there are two Marines waiting outside his base ready to kill him. Soon to be four Marines. Ender may be building. Yep, he's building a bunker there. Thirsty needs to see what's happening right now. He needs to start pulling probes or something. I mean, I don't even think that pulling probes is going to help. I think this is looking pretty bad for Thirsty. Especially now that we got four Marines, two Marines dead. Thirsty doing a great job killing that SCV. That bunker will not be made. And there's an SCV not that far away that can finish it off. And Thirsty has his first stalker, but if that bunker gets made, it's gonna spell doom for Thirsty. Thirsty needs to be killing that Marine. It's a smart move for Thirsty, backing off a little bit, allowing his stalker to get some of that energy back. And it looks like that he's gonna build a pylon a little bit over to the north, most likely to, oh shoot, yeah, there, he needs to be saving those people. He's probably gonna build that gateway up to the north so that that bunker really can't do any more damage. It's on fire right now, so unless it gets repaired, it's going down, and he's going to be fighting these stalkers, which I don't think that Ender's going to be able to take all these stalkers. But this has really put the kibosh on Thirsty's economy. That expansion has done him no good. And he's lost quite a bit of drones. But it looks like the proxy's most is just about thwarted here. Thirsty needs to have more pylons on his equipment because he is at a standstill right now. But he has enough to force Ender out of there. Ender also, I mean, he just expanded, so, and he does not have much at all at his base mining. I didn't even notice that. Thirsty has twice the money, and Ender only had 2 people actually mining. So he just has a bunch of SCVs just standing around. Ender's actually in a lot of trouble because of that. He just didn't have the micro at home. And I'm not sure if Thirsty is going to go in the defensive here, but he's got a fully saturated main base. He's got his natural starting about just as much as Ender, but Ender just does not have anything at home. Thirsty literally has 10 times the minerals. And is tracking down all the production. I mean, Ender doesn't even have a single production building built, except for this factory that he's got to wait for the tech lab. I don't think I would guess that Ender would have done such an all-in there, so I don't know if Thirsty's going to be confident and is going to follow up on that. Looks like he might. This could be could spell trouble for Ender. Ender is getting his first tank. That's a good purchase, getting a tank rather than getting any Marines. That's all he really had money for, is this one tank. But that tank can do a lot of damage. But Thirsty's got 6 stalkers right now. Oh, Thirsty's gonna take that Expo out. I would have ran up the ramp there, because it would have put him in a better position for that tank, even though he really doesn't know that that tank's coming. But he's going to get that Expo taken out, which isn't going to mean a ton for Ender, because he can just put those SCVs on his main base, which is barely mining anything. Thirsty's probably going to get a little taste of that tank if he moves up a little bit, but it looks like he's going to be waiting on some reinforcements. Yep, there's the tank. He's backing up. If he would have gone just a little bit forward, he would have seen that he could have reached that tank and probably taken it out. But he's going to wait for those reinforcements. He doesn't know this, but if he went up that hill right now, he'd probably get the win. But because he's got a very good economy compared to Ender, it may not even matter in the end. But Ender's going to, looks like he's got a medevac that he's going to be putting around the side, maybe to get some harass, to get some of that pressure off of him. My dog wants my attention. Now we got 2 tanks there. He hasn't deployed that second tank. And yeah, this is what I was kind of expecting from Thirsty. Waiting on that observer, which I wouldn't have done, but I guess better safe than sorry. He's now going to be able to see that that all he has is that one tank there. But we got the drop coming. It's probably going to disrupt a little bit for Thirsty if he sees it. Thirsty, with my experience, has the habit of not really seeing things on the mini-map, as you can see. Well, I know he is reacting right now. He's warping in 4 stalkers, which is going to be great against... Oh, so close! Almost takes out that medevac. Ender doing a very good job, but I don't think anyone's going to make it out alive. I would not go into that. I would not have done that. Yeah. I would have just stayed there, fight it out. He probably would have lost everyone, but he would have taken some people with him. Instead, they all just went to their doom. Oh, bad relay or a bad move there. That Liberator just got eaten up by his stalkers. And ThirstyHawk is warping Zealots in on the west side of the base. Probably going to take out those SCVs. That's going to be it for Ender, given the good game. So that is 1 point for ThirstyHawk. All right, in the lower left-hand corner, we have playing the green Terran, Ender. And in the upper left-hand corner, playing the blue Protoss, we've got ThirstyHawk. This is a best-of-3 match, and ThirstyHawk is up 1 game. Looks like we have some early game niceties here between Ender and ThirstyHawk. And I never know if people do that just to try to mess up their early build. You're not on my mouse, are you? Okay, just making sure. Oh, and it's turned in. It's changed from niceties to some shit talking here. If Ender plays it straight, Thirsty. Looks like he's maybe getting his first gas. Thirsty doesn't have any gas right now. I don't know what he's going for. I'm not much of a Protoss player, but I think that gas is pretty imperative for the Protoss. It looks like he's just going for an early expo. And Ender has just set some waypoints here to run in a circle, and oh, he's going through the mineral field, and Thirsty is not fast enough to kill him. You got a little SCV probe fight. Ender won that battle, drawing the first blood of the match. It's really going to set the tone. But second blood looks like is going to go to Thirsty if he gets... Oh, no. So close. This is one of the most exciting parts I've ever seen in this game ever. But you know what? He's running him into a Marine right now. It's not looking good for Thirsty. Is Thirsty going to get that SCV kill? And he gets it, sacrificing his own probe in the process. Well, that was about as exciting as things get this early in the game. Ender and Thirsty both expanding to their naturals. Thirsty a little bit ahead. Ender has a little bit of production. Thirsty with just about no army here. He's building his first stalker, though. Ender's got he put a reactor on his barracks, so maybe he's gonna do a bunch of Marines. Usually, a tech lab's the first thing that you build, so that you can get stim packs. But he's doing 3 barracks and 1 factory. And that reactor's really not doing a whole lot because it looks like that he can only afford the 1 Marine at a time. There's that tech lab going on there. As far as expos go, they're pretty neck and neck here. This is still going to be a close one, despite the solid lead that Ender has, or actually, the solid lead that Ender has of doubling the amount of units killed, 100 resources compared to 50. Thirsty's got that Twilight Council. He is known to do dark shrines, but he usually likes to hide it. If you see him build a pylon somewhere off the map, that's because he's going to be hiding a dark shrine somewhere. Or he may just be researching Blink. Yep, he's researching Blink right now. It's almost like I know him better than he knows himself. Ender going heavy on the gas. But it looks like that Thirsty's really taken off on this expo. That natural expansion is just about fully saturated. Ender barely on the minerals on his. As far as armies go, Ender has 4 more supplies used up than Thirsty. And Thirsty has way more workers. I think for this, I kind of like. I think Thirsty's kind of in the lead here, expanding again, getting a little bit greedy, but their armies are actually even. And Thirsty with so many more workers, it's going to work for him. Thirsty also has some good scouting with that um, with that observer roaming around his base, and Ender doesn't have any energy to spot him. And he's about to get some energy, but he's probably going to use that on a mule. Most Terran players get greedy with that mule. Oh, and I am completely missing the incredible action of one Marine getting slaughtered after doing a little bit of a scout. Thirsty putting down some shield batteries hastily, guarded by one pylon, which that's what you would go for in the fight. But to get to the pylon, you're going to have to go through some stalkers and some shield batteries, so I like his odds if there's an attack coming. Ender's still only with one expansion, his natural, only 5 people on minerals. So far, most of my commentary is economy-based, which is riveting. Got some good upgrades coming from Thirsty. He's going for 1-1. Looks like Ender is going... He's actually about to hit 2-1. He's just researching 2 on his infantry, 1 for armor on his infantry. And he looks like he's got a drop going. He's loading his people up into a medevac. But Thirsty might actually see this. I mean, Thirsty can see this. It's just a matter of, does Thirsty see this? And I see him mobilizing these stalkers. This could be a huge... Thirsty definitely sees this. This could be a huge play if Ender goes in there, using his boost, overextending himself, and just getting chopped up by these stalkers. He's going to lose everything. There's another observer. He knows it's coming, but he's not moving his people yet. There we go. Blinks in. So close. He misses that second one. Ender's happy he's going to be able to drop something, but not enough. Thirsty brings in 2 stalkers and finishes him off. That was devastating to Ender. Right now, Ender has destroyed 273 or 275 of ThirstyHawk's forces, while ThirstyHawk has destroyed 1,425 of Ender's. He's going to follow that up with looks like a pretty devastating army, almost twice as much as Ender. So Ender's going to have to defend well here. He does have the tank to be able to do it, but as far as composition, those Marines are not going to do much. Neither is that tank, considering that he's got vision on that tank. And just a straight up stalker bullying. I've been seeing that a lot, just massing stalkers with blink. They're mobile, they're good for anti-air, they're good for armored units, and they look pretty good doing it. Ender not happy with his loss. About to lose those liberators. Oh, I didn't even realize Ender's dropped in on the main base of Thirsty and has just decimated his main base. I don't know if Thirsty, I'm guessing, saw it and just doesn't care because he's got plenty at home. But he needs to start warping people in. I mean, he's about to lose his production. He has one pylon, literally one pylon, that has the entirety of his production that he's about to lose. He can now no longer produce anyone. However, he can recall his troops, which he should be doing pretty soon here. Because Ender has not even rebuilt his base. He's got plenty of money to, but I don't know if he's got a single SCV to do it. It seems pretty clear for that Thirsty's going to win, but I would like to see a little bit better, more conservative playing here. Maybe actually recalling his forces rather than doing the long walk and losing nearly all of his production. Ender getting in. Oh. Thirsty blinks in, but not enough. With no production, Thirsty can't... Oh, there it is. That is the last of Ender's forces. He has one lone starport, and that will be the game. That is a 2-0 from ThirstyHawk.